My name is Kijani. I've actually been a casino dealer for about 7 years, off and on. It's a lot of fun. So my goal for this panel is to make you guys feel comfortable going up to the actual casino. The Concierge is a wonderful casino upstairs to place your own bets and know the rules of any game. So if you have any questions along the way I can answer, just let me know and I'll try to help you out. We'll start with some basic general etiquette and procedure stuff. Whenever you go to a table game and you want to buy in, you just set the cash on the way out, in between hands usually so you don't interrupt anything. But say you hand the dealer a 20, you'll get you the actual casino chips from the tray for that 20, or whatever you set out there. And be sure to not do anything hand-to-hand because there's a lot of cameras everywhere and they're very strict about making sure there's no hand-to-hand, like chips or money or anything. So you set on the layout. When you're done with your session, ask to color up your chips. So say you have like a bunch of red chips. They don't want you to take the red chips over to the cashier cages, just where you go to get your money. So what they're going to ask you to do is to color up your red chips for bigger denomination chips, either 25s or 100s. So be sure to do that before you cash out. Let's see. The chip colors are more or less universal across all casinos. Red is always $5, so they'll be red in color. The greens are 25, and the black chips are 100. And I believe there's purple. I didn't really see, but I think there's $500 chips here that are purple as well. The $1 chips are always white or blue, depending on the casino.
Are they usually labeled, or do you just gotta know the colors?
I'm sorry.
Are they usually labeled, or do you just gotta
No, they're labeled too.
Okay.
Just so you know by color also. Yeah, definitely. Okay, when you're betting different denominations of chips, you always want to make sure the largest one goes on the bottom. So say you want to bet one green, one red, and one blue, so a 25, a 5, and a 1. Think of it as a pyramid. The heaviest one always goes on the bottom. 25 will go on the bottom, then the red, then the blue, if you ever want to bet different denominations of chips. Never touch your chips once they're in play, so like say, you're betting on blackjack and the hand is going and you want to double down or split or whatever, never actually tap your bet like that because that could be considered cheating. I'll go over this later again, but you would put it off to the side for a split or double down. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Dealers are there to help you. They're very used to teaching first-time gamblers, new gamblers, or tourists, and they want you to have fun and they want you to win. So never be afraid if you're not sure of a rule or something to ask the dealers. Okay, so when we're gambling, we talk about basically how you win or lose when you play a casino game is related to the house advantage or the house edge. You know, what that means is the house edge of a game is the percentage that a casino expects to hold on each game. So say Blackjack is probably the best for house edge. It's got the lowest house edge of any game. If you play it perfectly, the house edge is as little as one half of 1%. There are other games, like for example the slot machine, the house edge is very high. Depending on what machine you play, in the long run, the casino is going to hold about 90%. You're going to get back only 90% of what you put in, and some machines are even less than that. So it's all about beating the house edge. Baccarat is also another game that has a low house edge, and they have a casino. We can go over the rules of that later if you want. Generally, the higher the payout for a certain game, the higher the house edge will be. It's kind of like playing a lottery. Like a state lottery, obviously, if you win millions and millions of dollars, but the house edge on the state lottery is usually about 50%. So think of it that way. For example, take blackjack, for example. Most you can win on one hand of blackjack is even money, or essentially 3 to 2 if you are lucky enough to get a blackjack. But if you place a game like roulette, and you hit a number exactly, it pays 35 to 1. So that's obviously a much higher payout, but the house advantage in roulette is about 5.28%, so it's much higher. And also I want to mention something called the gambler's fallacy. Some of you might have heard of this. If you flip a coin about 20 times and it comes out heads 20 times, what are the odds that the next one will be heads? 50%, exactly. Gambling does not have a memory of the past. The odds of something happening on the next go is the exact same as before. Every action is independent of itself. So remember that. Say, you've lost 10 hands in a row of blackjack. Oh, I'm due to win the 11th one. That's just not the case. Let's actually get started on some games now. So we'll start with blackjack. There's a lot of blackjack tables up there. Most of them are actually single deck games, which is a little bit different. So I will go over the single deck procedures a little different than dealing out of a shoe like this, a 6-deck blackjack game. But some basics for blackjack. Everything is done by hand signals. There's cameras up there that are called eyes in the sky. They can't hear anything. So you can say you want to hit, you want to stay, but there's no proof of that actually happening. So how they prove it is, if you want to stay, say you have like a 20 or something, you don't want any more cards, you just wave your hand horizontally across the layout. That means I'm done, go to the next player. If you want to hit, you either tap the table or swipe like this. Anything like that means you want to take it into your card. Never touch the cards if it's dealt out of a shoe. There's a couple 6-deck games out there, so once the dealer deals out the cards, say you want to split or something, don't actually touch the cards, just put the chip down. Now, misconceptions about blackjack. The most common misconception about the game of blackjack is that the object is to get as close to 21 as you can without going over. Now, that's very true. However, the real goal of blackjack is to get closer to 21 than the dealer or let them bust. There's a rule in blackjack that states that, I believe it says right here, the dealer must hit soft 17. So anything, if the dealer has 16 or less, they must take another card. And obviously if the dealer has 16, the odds that they're going to go over 21 with their next card is very high. So you always have to keep that in mind. And I actually printed some basic strategy cards. If you were here at this, was anyone here at this panel last year? One person? Okay. I printed out some basic strategy cards. Now, this is your most powerful weapon at the blackjack table. This card will tell you exactly the best play mathematically to make no matter what you have and no matter what the dealer's card has. So I'm going to pass this out to everyone that wants one. I don't know if I have enough for everyone. If the dealer is showing a 5 or a 6 up in blackjack, they're going to bust 42% of the time. That's almost half the time. That's why if you look on your card here and the dealer is showing a 6 and the player is holding a 12, which is a pretty weak hand in blackjack, there's a lot of cards that will help that hand. What does it say to do? It says to stand. The reason why is because obviously if you have a 12 and you take a 10, you're going to bust yourself, but the fact that the dealer is going to bust almost half the time, the odds are better with you staying on that 12 and letting the dealer break. If the dealer has a 4, they're going to bust 40% of the time. And even if the dealer has a deuce, which they can make a lot of hands with a deuce, they're still going to bust 35% of the time when the dealer's showing a deuce. So that's very important to know. Okay, let's go over some double down, split, and insurance things here. Doubling down. If you look on your card, doubling down is a very powerful play in blackjack. If you have a 10 or 11 especially, the reason why obviously if you take one more card, doubling down I should explain, is you're electing to double your bet and take one more card. So say you have a $5 bet out, a double down, you would match your $5 bet on the side. The hand signal for double down is just one finger. So say you had a pair of 5s. The dealer doesn't know whether you want to split or double down, so you would give them the one finger like this, and then that means you want to take one more card. And you're electing, once you get that double down card, you cannot hit anymore. That's the thing about a double down. But the odds are you're going to get probably a 10 or a higher card, and then you'll have 21 or 20, and you'll be in really good shape to double your money. To split, so you have a pair of 8s. A pair of 8s, as you can see on your card, if you have a pair of 8s, you always split 8s. Aces and 8s are the cards you always want to split. You do the same thing, match your bet exactly, and then the split signal is just kind of going like this. That means you want to split your hand. And how that works is you're going to basically be playing 2 hands starting with each card that you have. So if you have a pair of 8s, you're going to be playing 2 hands starting with an 8. Insurance, I don't recommend taking insurance because the house advantage is kind of high, but if you feel the dealer has a blackjack, how that works is if the dealer is showing an ace, you would put half of your bet, say you're betting $10 on the spot. To take insurance, you put half the amount of your bet on this line here that says insurance. So you put one $5 chip here. And how that works is if the dealer actually has that blackjack and they're showing an ace, it will be paid 2 to 1. So how that works is you lose your hand because the dealer has blackjack, but you get it right back in the 2 to 1. So essentially you're pushing the hand. If the dealer does not have a blackjack, you will take the insurance bet. I don't recommend it unless you can sense that there's a lot of 10s left in the deck, and then obviously the odds of the dealer having a blackjack are higher. So then maybe I would think about taking insurance, but generally I would be against it. Okay, let's go over some handheld rules because there's a lot of single deck games up there. How a single deck game works is the dealer will actually be holding the cards in their hand. And they'll cut about a third of the shoe off, so it's basically all it does is it's card counting, because once you get to the end of a single deck, if you're really good at card counting, you'll know exactly what's left. So it's just game security. How it works is the dealer's going to kind of pitch the cards to you like this, and in a single deck game, you actually will get to touch the cards. So when it's your turn, you will pick them up. Only use one hand. This is very important. They're going to enforce that. And if you want to hit, all you do is kind of swipe like this. The dealer will deal another card face up. If you bust, all you do is toss your hand in face up, and then they'll take the chips and the cards. If you want to stay, so you made a hand like 19 or 20, you would tuck the cards underneath your bet. So say your bet's like that, just go like that. That means you want to stay. The dealer will move on to the next person. If you want to double down, you would actually you would put the. Okay, this is a good example. So you had I have a 2 and an 8 here, so I have a 10. If you wanted to double down, you would flip it face up, and then just put a chip here. And then the dealer will give you that double down card face down like that. And it's the same thing for the split. Just put the cards face up and put them that's pretty much it for a single deck game. Let's see here. Okay, this who has never played Blackjack before in any casino setting or anything? Anyone want to try? Okay. I need 5 volunteers to come up here. Everyone can come up here so they can see.
Nomination.
5. Well, the reds are always 5. You guys have all your cards with you, so you know what to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and deal a couple sample hands here. So go ahead and put your bets in the deck circle. The dealers kind of generally try to like keep the game going, so just after the hand, to make sure you have another bet out there, or else you're going to probably skip Okay, you're showing a 5. Okay, so let's play some basic strategy here. You have 13. What does the card say to do? 5. Stand up. So you would wave your hand. Oh, just wave your hand across to perfect. That's the hand signal for stand. Okay, pair of 7s. What does it say? Nope. You sure about that?
It says on there.
The pairs are at the bottom of the card. Yeah.
7 and
Yeah, it is a 14, but the pairs are down there.
Oh, 7-7.
Yeah, 7-7. Right. Split. Okay, so you remember how to do that, or
no?
Okay, so it's a split. You just you have to match evenly what you have out there. So put another red chip out on the side. No, actually, no, don't have it on the side. Right there. It's perfect. Yeah. And the hand signal for split is like that. So just like that. Perfect.
Peace.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're playing 2 hands, starting with the 7. So we'll hit this one first. You have 17. And hand signal. Yeah, you have to do everything by hand signals. Sand is. Wave your hand like that, hit is tap the table. So 17, you would, yeah, okay. Okay, now you have 10. Now Grand Sierra allows you to double down on after a split, so.
It does? Okay.
As far as I know, hopefully they didn't change it.
How does that work? They do.
Yeah, they do? Good. Once the chip is always in play, never add to it, just always put it on the side, because that would be considered cheating.
On the side? Okay.
Yeah, on the side, always on the side. And perfect. Double down, you have 20, very nice. So, wave your hand for the camera. 11. Double down, yeah. Let's make some money here. Hand signal is 1 finger. 19, that's pretty good.
I think KFC.
Oh, you
I
did?
figured you'd probably want to.
There you go, you got some shit.
I figured you'd probably want to hit 7.
Yep.
No, but see it here.
I always wanted to learn this for the longest time.
Oh, we even have our camera.
So, there's the eye in the sky right there.
So pretty much anything above the 8.
Yeah, it's assumed if you have obviously less than you're going to get. 14 now, what would you like?
Stand over there. 5 show? Yeah, stand.
Stand? Okay, so you want to wave your hand across the perfect? Okay, 3. This one's a little tough. Not a lot of people know this one, so see what you should do here. Ace and a deuce. No, ace and a deuce is 3 or 13. You would at least hit. You never want to stay on 3.
So pretty much right here.
Because you can't bust your hand. Yep, that's it. Ace deuce. And the dealer's showing a 5. Double down. Yes, that's right. Yeah, we have a lot of double downs here. Okay, and 13 plus 8 is 21. You got it. Very nice. Obviously, you're going to stay. Okay, I have a 5. I'm going to resolve my hand. 15 too many. Everybody wins. Easy money, right? So everyone that doubled down, doubled their money. Absolutely, you tripled your money because you put a split and a double down. So here you go.
Yeah, win.
All right.
I don't want to talk to Ella. He'll beat me at bowling, no problem.
Okay, let's do a couple more hands. Sure. What's
He had an ace and a 2, so you can wait and you can ask for another card, and you can either keep it as a 10 or
oh, I'm sorry. Aces are 1 or 11.
1 or 11.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
So when you get that third card, you can decide to use it either as a 1 or an 11.
Yeah, the ace is always 1 or 11. Yeah, but yeah, if it's in your whatever's in your favor. Generally, it's always a and well, see if you have a soft hand like an ace and a 4, you would never call that 15 because you can always make your hand better. Always call it a 5. Assume it's a 5. I've seen people want to stay on an ace and a 4. I'm like, you can always. I mean, even if you take a 10, you're still going to be 15. You're not going to bust your hand. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's do a couple more hands. Let's do one with you guys. Be careful if you double down. You want to take the chip out here. Okay. Good luck on that ace.
So what we know from this is that the people who make this vision.
Okay, we'll do this round of 4. It's another weak card. Okay, you have 10. Double down. 16. Oh, you're hoping for a dealer bust here. 17. Soft 7. Down again. That's correct. All right. 17. That's pretty good. 20?
Yeah, and stand. I figure you win it. You can't split that.
You actually can, but you would never want to split a winner. That's 20.
Don't split a winner.
Yeah, you can do. The rule is you can split any cards of equal value. 10s are obviously equal value. Any 10 cards equal value. But you can really make a mess of 20 is almost a guaranteed winner in blackjack. You would, don't split a 20. 15.
Just fan it off.
Yeah, fan it off. Exactly. 15. Okay, we got 14. Bust again. Whoa.
Not your lucky day.
Very good.
Good thing you're not on duty today.
No, dealers want to give away money. Yeah, it's not their money they're giving away. Okay, let's get some more people in here. Anyone else want to have never played blackjack that want to try?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's step on in.
Go fish.
What you can take.
Oh, blackjack. There you go. Very nice. Do something. Okay. Now this one.
Split.
Actually, you wouldn't split to 5s. Yeah, 5s. You would. Yeah, for the 5s, you go on the bottom of the card. It shows all the aces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I wanna-
this is actually a really good thing to mention here. When you have a pair of 5s, you would actually never split 5s because it's much more powerful to keep it as a 10 and double down if you're going to do anything with it. So
So I want to double down.
that's right. Yeah. So
Okay.
you would grab one
With cheese?
Perfect. And okay, so double down. One. Perfect. Very good. Ooh, 15. Okay, so now you have no option but to stay. So we'll go like that.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah. Okay. 5.
You need a hit.
Yes, you do.
How do I signal that?
Oh, hit is tap the table. 11. Now, in this game, in blackjack, in Spanish 21, which I don't think they have here, you can double down on any number of cards, but in blackjack, if you have 11 with more than 2 cards, you just have to hit. You have no options. Okay. Obviously, want to hit. 12 now. Ooh, this is a tough one. What does it say to do? 12 against a 2 on your card. This is kind of a player's option. You don't have to follow the card on this one.
12 against a 2?
Yeah. Yep. Some people stay on this, but... Okay, well, you have a 16 now.
Good golly!
Stay, okay. You got 20 here, that's obviously good. Blackjack, no, blackjack gets paid 3 to 2. We're not in Vegas, so Vegas is cheap. They only pay 65 in blackjack. So on a $5 bet, you're going to get paid $7, and we'll pretend that's a 50-cent piece. There you go. I need this back, so I'll take it. Very nice. Okay, 20. Okay. All right, let's see what I got here. We got 11, 21. Oh no.
Dealer gets revenge.
Dealer's revenge.
Hey, Kijani?
Yes.
Do you know of a rule at some blackjack where if you have 5 cards and you get something?
Yeah, they don't have that here. Very few casinos have that. It's called the 5-card Charlie or 6-card Charlie.
Okay,
If you
yeah.
have 6 cards and don't bust, you automatically.
5-card Charlie?
Okay.
That really increases the odds for the player's favor, so a lot of casinos don't do that. Okay, all right, I guess we can do one more hand.
Get ready for Kijani to go bowling on you.
So this is like 5 player. This is like 5 individual games against the dealer, right?
That's correct.
We,
Yeah,
we
everyone's
don't
playing-
care. We don't care what the other
Yeah,
players
it's not
are
like
doing
poker.
at all.
Everyone's playing only
Okay,
against
okay.
the house, and there's the dealer.
This is cool. No, not again.
Hey, it's okay. You only have 6. You can make it better.
This is getting entertaining. I can say that much.
Okay, we got 20. Oh, wait, hold on. You have 20. So.
Oh,
Yeah, because the ace is 1 or 11. So.
stand.
Yes, that's
Stand.
correct. Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Okay, 16. This is a tough spot. 16 against a 10 is one of the times where you're kind of screwed either way you go.
It says.
It says to hit, yeah. 19, that might work. Oh, 10, 17? Yeah, 17 you always want to stay. So 16 is the one, if you have a 10, you want to hit 10 or an ace, you want to hit. 17 is always a stay. 12? Yeah. 15? Oh, still a stay.
Oh, I see why everything's done by hand.
Yeah.
Because of allow casinos.
16?
Hit again.
I'm gonna have to card you if you're not over 21.
Okay, 15? 21! Whoa! All right. Okay, and we had 20. A lucky 6 there for you. 21's good. Stands on.
Go back to where I started.
That'll happen.
Okay, well, should be good for blackjack. Anyone have any questions about blackjack?
What's the difference between blackjack and mini baccarat?
Oh, mini baccarat's a totally different game. Yeah, I'll go over baccarat because that's actually a really good game to play. The house advantage is very low, but we'll go over that after craps or roulette. Okay, now since we're all here, let me go over tipping the dealer real quick. Okay, I'm a dealer. I've been dealing cards for 7 years. The dealers make minimum wage across the board. They rely on tips to make a bulk of their income. There's 2 ways to tip. You can either bet for the dealer or you can just toss them the chips directly. Say you were done with your session and you won, like, say, $100. A good tip for casino dealers, 10%. In a restaurant that would be a crappy tip, but for a casino dealer, I think 10% is a very generous tip. So say you made $100, go and toss it to the dealer $10 at the end of your session. Or sometimes when they switch out is a good time to also tip them. Although here I believe they pull their tips, but that really doesn't matter. A dealer is supposed to be very, very friendly and interactive with their players. If they're dealing an efficient game. They're doing their job. And basically, some people say, if you're losing or having a losing session, a lot of people don't tip the dealer. I liken that analogy to not tipping a waiter because you didn't like the flavor of the soup. It's a very similar thing because the waiter did his job. He brought it out as fast as it could have, done. The cards don't always fall the right way. So I would, even if you were having a losing session, I would still toss a dealer in the
So how do we punch the cook then?
Right, yeah. The cook cannot be punched, unfortunately.
He's behind a metal wall.
So let me go over how to bet for the dealer. Now this is common. Anyway, how you bet for the dealer on a game like blackjack. Now let's pretend these are $1 chips, so that would be pretty common. To bet for the dealer, all you do is put a $1 chip in front of the bet, just like that. So let's just go.
Wait, what game's this now?
Oh, this is blackjack. Still blackjack. Okay. So we'll just.
This is blackjack for it.
Okay, so say we're playing blackjack. He has a bet out for the dealer. He has 19. And I resolve my hand. I have 14 and I bust. So he wins the hand. How this will work is the dealer will pay the player, and this $1 tip becomes a $2 tip, and the dealer will take that, and that is the dealer's tip. So that's another way to do it. And I think if you survey most dealers, they would prefer to be bet for because it makes them feel part of the action. Obviously the dealer's really rooting for the player now to win the hand because that's money for them.
Tip or bribe?
It is actually. Okay, roulette. There is absolutely zero skill involved in this game. So if you kind of like betting on a hunch. This is the game for you, and there's a possibility of very big payoffs in roulette. So how roulette's buy-in process is a little bit different than all the other casino games. The reason why is because there's about 8 people huddled around a roulette table if it's full. If everyone's tossing out chips, how the heck is everyone going to know whose chips is whose, right? So how it's going to work is you buy in cash, and when you buy in, the dealer will give you a certain color of chips. Now, there's going to be blue, red, whatever. You can choose your color if it's a lucky color for you, if they have it available. But anyway, that will be your color. So the dealer will know, say you're blue and you have a bet out here, that is going to be your money. No questions there. The house advantage in roulette is it's actually 5.26%, so it's kind of high, but there's a vast variety of bets in this game. If you're more conservative, you can just bet on red or black, because as you can see here on the layout, half the numbers on the wheel are red and half of them are black, so it's about even money bet. So just bet. I believe the limit's I think maybe $5 outside. An outside bet is red or black or anything out here like odd or even. The 50-50 bets are called outside bets. The inside bets are all the numbers, anything in here. And I believe you can bet like I think $2. Maybe some places allow $1, but I think here it's $2 minimum on the inside. Let's go over the variety of bets. If you're going to bet inside, you can bet on a number exactly. So say your lucky number is mine. My birthday is 24, so I'll bet $2 on 24. When the wheel spins, if it lands exactly on 24, that will pay 35 to 1. So you're going to get paid $70 on the $2 bet. If you bet $5, obviously you make, I think it's $175. Yeah, $175 on the $5 bet. So you can make a lot of money in a hurry if you get lucky. If you want to bet on a split, that's betting on two numbers, and they have to be touching on the layout. So say you wanted to bet a 17-20 split like that, you're betting that either the number will be either 17 or 20. That pays 17 to 1. So you want a $2 bet, that would pay back $34. You can bet on a street. Now these are all called streets here, like the 16, 17, 18. So you can bet, the street bet is right here on this line that starts the street. Call it the crosswalk, I guess. $2 bet there would pay 11 to 1. I'm just using $2 as an example. You can bet whatever you want there. Now you can bet a corner, which is betting a box of numbers. Say you bet right here. You're betting on the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6 all at once. If any of those numbers hit, it gets paid 8 to 1. And let's go for the outside bets.
So your odds against the house are getting progressively worse as you bet more numbers at like in conjunction.
Actually, you know the odds are
35 and then it's like 34. And it adds up. Like if you add the numbers together, they get less and less.
Yeah, for some reason. Oh, well, actually, the odds are
35, 34, then 33, then now 8.
right. Yeah,
16,
but the
24,
thing is,
32.
when you bet a corner, you have 4 numbers out of 36 that will be winners for you. So the way the odds work out is actually exactly the same. It ends up to be 5.2% on all of the bets. Somehow, I don't really know the math. But if any of you are curious about odds, go to Wizard of Odds. It's a fantastic website. It has all of the odds for any of the games. It'll tell you how it came up with it.
What's the odds on the outside?
I'm getting there right now. Okay, the outside, there's all the even money bets are red or black. Even and odd, it's the same thing as red or black. It's a 50-50. You'll get paid even money. So say we spun the wheel here and the number was 24. Black would get paid because it's a black number, and obviously. Actually, well, let's say we have down in here. 24 is an even number, so odd would get taken, but even would get paid even money as well. Another outside bet is this one here. Now this is pretty self-explanatory. Anything in this row would win, and it gets paid 2 to 1. So say the number was 25, you get paid 2 to 1 on that bet. It's the same for any of the rows. Now you can pick a high if you want to go high or low. You got 1 to 18 and 19 to 36. So it's another even money bet that gets paid 1 to 1. 1 to 12. That divides the layout into thirds. So it'd be 1 to 12, 13 to 24, and then 25 to 36. It's kind of like this that gets paid 2 to 1. And I think that's about it for the outside bets.
What about the zeros?
Yes, that was my next point. Now I was going to bring up. If half the numbers are red and half the numbers are black and it gets paid even money, there would be no house advantage in this game. It would be completely even money for the player. That's not the case in the casino. The reason why this game has a 5.28% house advantage is these two guys right here, the 0 and the 00. If the wheel lands on 0 or 00, all of the bets in the layout are losers. Of course, you can bet the 0 and 00, and it gets treated like a number. So if you bet, let's say you bet, $1 on the 0 and it lands on 0, you get paid $35. You can also bet the split there too. But anyway, that's they're in green on the wheel, and that's what the house advantage comes in. So you generally don't want 0 or 00.
Can you bet like a 0-0-0-2 split?
There is one bet here that you can. You put it right here.
Or do a 0-1-2 or a 0-0-2-3, something like that?
I believe you can, yeah. The bet that I know of is this one. It gets paid, it's 0-0, 1-2-3, and it gets paid, it's weird, it's like 9 to 1 or something like, it's an odd payout. I think it's 12 to 1 actually. But very few people bet that. That's one you'd probably have to ask the dealer. Some places allow it and some places don't. Okay, so how this works is you can play the same spot someone else is playing. Say you had red and someone else had different color chips. If you want to bet the same number, just kind of put it on top. That's totally allowed because you have a different color chip, so there's no confusion there. Bets are allowed until about 5 to 10 seconds before the ball drops. So once people have started placing their bets, the dealer will spin the wheel or roll the ball, so it'll be spinning. And about 5 seconds before the ball drops, he will wave his hand across the layout and say no more bets. At that point, you cannot add any more chips to the layout. The layout is frozen. And never take roulette chips off the table for any reason, because the roulette chips look very different than any other chips in the casino, and they are worthless outside of the table. So when you're done playing roulette, tell the dealer you want to color up, and then he will give you real casino chips for whatever roulette chips you have, and you take those to the cashier.
Now, how do they determine the value of your color chips? Is it all
It's all
on the table?
They're all $1
They're all
chips.
$1
Yeah.
chips?
Okay, well, $1.
So like on bigger games, they would be bigger amounts though.
That's correct. Yeah, if there was
So
like,
this is
say,
like a $5 table.
yeah,
so
if there was,
those would be
I
$5
don't,
chips.
yeah, I don't think there's $5 tables here, but if you were in like a high limit roulette table, it would be $5 chips exactly. So every chip is worth the same amount. Okay, does anyone have any questions on roulette?
No, that's cool. Thanks
Good.
for the explanation.
Awesome. Okay. Yes.
I'm actually a little confused about this side and this side,
Sure.
these rows. So is it black?
Oh, no,
19 to
no.
37?
Oh, no. It's just, actually the roulette layout up there looks a little different than this one. It's going to have the same on both sides, I think.
Oh,
Or maybe
okay.
they'll all be on one side. But anyway, this is not red or black. It's just the numbers 19 through 36. JD Puppy is here, and he is going to do a more in-depth panel on craps tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow. So I'm going to go pretty in-depth here, but if you want to learn more, by all means, please attend his panel. Okay, craps. This is a very fun game with a lot of camaraderie.
Very hilarious name.
Yeah. Okay. Now, craps is a dice game. Obviously, it's played in rounds called points. Now, the first roll of a point is called the come out roll. So,
Sorry.
oh gosh, furries. Okay. No, the point of the come out roll is to establish a number that the shooter has to roll before hitting a 7. 7 is the bad juju number in craps. Generally, when shooter rolls a 7, everyone loses. So.
This is the first roll, right?
No, this is after the come out roll. The first roll of 7 is a winner.
Try not to shoot a deuce.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. So. How this works is the shooting order will go around the table in rotation when the shooter, it's called 7's out, or doesn't roll their point and roll the 7 first, then the shooter, the dice will go to the next player. The dealer will present 5 dice to you, and you have to pick 2 of them, so pick your 2 lucky dice. And so the main, okay, I'll go over shooting rules too. When it's your turn to shoot the dice, you have to remember only one hand on the dice, don't go like this. Because you could be switching out the dice, whatever. That's what the casino's thinking behind it is. And also, don't take a lot of time to shake the dice or set the dice or anything. They want to keep the game going. And you have to hit the back wall. There's a table. It's got walls on both sides. You have to make sure the dice actually bounce off the back wall, or it could be called a short roll, and it's the dealer's option to have you re-roll it or not. So, okay. So how would you bet in craps? Okay, I need some chips here. Grab this.
All right, I'm leaving.
Okay, the bet that 95% of craps players play is called the pass line. Now, the pass line is you're basically playing with the shooter. You want the shooter to win.
No, but they have gotten.
And how the pass line works is on the come out roll, which is the first roll of the point. A 7 or 11 is an automatic winner, and this gets paid even money. So say the dice were, say the dice roll and it was a 7, that would be a winner.
Weird.
So it pays even money.
For that time, but when they introduced.
Now, is it the same with this? As they have their own chips,
Oh yeah, you'll have your own chips, kind of like blackjack. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or like you mean like roulette?
Different colors.
Yeah. Oh no, not roulette. No. Yeah, everyone's gonna have. Everyone's gonna have just the generic casino chips.
Okay,
It's
so-
the same thing. You would place your money on the layout, and then they'll give you chips for it. And there's a little rack on the edge of the table to have hold your chips.
So if people like get their bets confused or whatever.
No. Dealers are very good about that. They'll
You gotta have a really good memory now.
Yeah. There's they generally allow 4 people on the side, so it's not that hard to keep track of. Yeah, there's generally no problems with that. Okay, so say. Okay, so we're going to bet a pass line here. Now, if the roll is not a 7 or 11, if it's a 2, a 3, or a 12, that's called craps, and that's an automatic loser. So, say it's a 2.
At least that
it's
makes sense.
Yeah. So you would lose the pass line bet. Now, if it was anything but 2, 3, 7, 11, or 12, it's called the point. So we're just going to roll here, and it's 10. Okay, that's great. So the point is now 10. Now, what that means is the shooter has to roll another 10 before rolling a 7, before a 7 comes up to win the pass line. So the dealer will have a button here that's called, it says on it, and it'll show you, they'll put it on the 10 on the layout so everyone knows what the point is. Okay, now this is the most important thing about craps as far as beating the house edge, so-called house edge. There's a bet in craps called taking the odds. Now, taking the odds has absolutely a 0 house advantage. It is an even money, player or house. It pays back the same amount in the long run. You can't find that in the casino, so you always should take odds on your bet. Now, the odds differ a bit depending on what the point is. Let's do some quick math here. Does anyone know what the odds of rolling a 7 are with a pair of dice? I don't expect anyone to know this, but in case. 2%? Yeah, it's 1 in 6 is the odds. There's 36 different possibilities with 2 dice as far as the numbers coming up, and 6 of them are 7. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, so on. There's 6 possibilities. Now, to roll a 10, there's only 4 possibilities. There's 4, 6, 6, 4. Oh, I'm sorry, there's only 3. 4, 6, 6, 4, and 5, 5. So there's 3 possibilities to roll a 10. There's 6 possibilities to roll a 7. So therefore, the odds of rolling a 7 before 10 are exactly 2 to 1. They're double the odds. So to take odds on a $5 bet, if the point is 10, you would bet. You would put up to $10 up here because I believe it's double odds, which means you can bet up to double the amount of the pass line bet. And when the shooter rolls another 10 and wins, it gets paid 2 to 1, which is true odds. So that's basically free money for you. You want to take advantage of that. If the point is say 6 or 8, the odds pay I believe it's 6 to 5. Yeah, 6 to 5. So you just want to make sure.
So if they're really hot, you want to always bet that.
Exactly. Always bet.
But if they're running cold, then,
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that if you want. If they're running cold, you might want to bet the don't pass. We'll talk about that a little later. So if the point is 5 or 9, the odds are a little different. It pays 3 to 2. So basically, you want to make sure that the bet is an increment of it's an even number. The reason why is because if you pay 3 to 2 on $5. You're only going to get paid $7 instead of $7.50 because there's no 50-cent pieces on crap. So if the point is 5 or 9, always make sure to make sure your odds bet is an even number. And this gets paid even money no matter what. Okay, now let's cover the don't pass real quick. The don't pass is generally not a lot of people bet don't pass because when everyone else loses, you're going to win, and when everyone else wins, you're going to lose, and so forth. It's kind of bad juju for the table. But anyway, the don't pass is the exact opposite of the pass line. Say you bet $10 on don't pass. On the come out roll, if it's a 7 or 11, you lose instead of win, and if the shooter rolls craps 2, 3, or 12, you get. If he gets paid 2 or 3, if it's 2 or 3, you get paid even money. If it's 12, it's a push. That's why there's 2 6s here. That means if the shooter rolls a 12, nothing happens. The money stays there. And how you win on the don't pass? Yes.
So the 2, 3, or 12.
Yeah, on the don't pass, 2 or 3 is a winner. 12 is a push on the don't pass.
Whereas on the pass line, it was 1. You couldn't roll 1, 2,
2 yeah, it's the same.
12.
2, 3, or 12. Yeah, it's the opposite.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So how you win is the shooter has to roll a 7 before the point. Now, if you think about it, once you get past the come-out roll, the odds on the don't pass are much better to win because the odds of rolling a 7 are higher than any other number. So say the point is 9, the puck would go there, and if the dealer 7s out before rolling a 9, this gets paid even money. Kind of like the pass is the opposite of the pass line. Now to bet odds on the don't pass, you need a pretty big bankroll. The reason why is you need it's called laying odds. You need to put double the amount you would win in order to bet the odds on the don't pass. So say, let's go back to our 10 example. Say the point was 10. That gets paid 2 to 1, right? To win a $10 odds bet on the don't pass, since the odds are so much better to roll a 7, you actually have to put $20 down. So to bet odds, so say
and then you'd win 10.
Exactly. You would win. You're betting 20 to win 10. which doesn't sound like a good deal, but the odds, again, of rolling a 7 before a 10 comes up is very high. So the odds are still in your favor to do so. It's even now. But anyway, that's what it would look like. Your odds bet on the don't pass goes directly behind the bet, kind of like that. Okay, so that's it. Let's get some shooters in here. Who wants to play craps? Probably everyone, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have the shooter go on this side.
Learn by example.
Okay, let's get some players out here.
You shooter McGavin.
Okay, shooter, whoever's shooting, go over here. So, Axel.
This is the one game I was always fascinated by.
Yeah, it is a fascinating game.
So you said 1, 2, 11, or 12. Is it automatic?
We can't roll a
Or is
roll.
it just
2, 11, or 12.
2, 11, or
Our
12?
losers for the pass line. 7 or 11 is an automatic winner. And that comes out quite a lot. So let's all bet on the pass line just to start.
What number's on the pass line? I'm looking for 7-11, of course.
Yeah, for the first roll, the come out roll 7 or 11, you're looking for, that's what you're looking for, yep. So,
It's an automatic win.
it's not, yep, that's correct. Just go ahead and roll the dice, don't roll them off the table. Just, ideally, you would want to hit the back wall. Yeah, there you go, that's perfect, thank you. Okay, we have, a 2, that's crap, so pass line loses. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Okay,
I like this game. I get my money back when I lose.
So is that the end of a point right there?
Actually, no, the shooter gets to keep going if they don't establish a point. So, yeah. Oh, jeez, 3. Axel, you're no.
So new shooter. So everyone bet on the don't pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the don't pass would have paid twice on it. Okay, go ahead. Let's not roll a 1, a 2, or a 3. There you go, 9. Okay. So the point is 9, which is where it was anyway. That's perfect. So basically, Axel, your goal now is to roll a 9 before that dreaded 7 comes up. So let's everyone take odds on the 9. Yep, that's perfect. This is good because the $10 bet is perfect because the odds are, as we said, 3 to 2, like a blackjack.
So these chips are putting behind the pass line or the bets on the point?
The odds bets.
The odds bets?
Yes.
Which is the odds bets? That was 9?
That was 9. Yeah, it gets. Yeah, you should bet odds. I don't have chips for it. But
Yeah, that's what's the problem.
yeah.
Well, he did a 2 and a 3 right off the bat. He's out of money.
5. Okay, so there's no action on that since it's not a 7 or a 9. So go ahead and place your odds bet though, Axel. You don't want to forget that. So that just so everyone knows, that $10 bet that everyone placed on the odds, it's going to get paid 15 when he rolls that 9. Oh, 7 out.
so-
Oh, good. So 7. That's past the 9 goes away. Okay, let's get a shooter in here. Who feels lucky?
I love sabotaging you.
I want to shoot.
Okay, you want to shoot? Okay, we'll just flip that. Let's put that on that side. The craps layout is exactly the same on both sides. Okay, let's get some players in here. Who wants to bet? We can get some don't pass here too, so we can see how that works if everyone wants to bet don't pass.
You probably should.
Okay.
Rude.
Especially if I roll again.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Okay, any more bets?
I need one more chip.
Yeah. Oh, not yet. Don't. You can't set the odds yet because there's no point established. But once the point is established, then we'll set the odds. All right, don't pass. Ooh, okay. Go ahead.
It went
Off the table. Now this happens quite a bit in craps. The dice are pretty bouncy. So in the case of a dice going off the table, you will get both of them back. And you will
Can we call it "You shall not pass"?
So
Here you go. 6. Okay, the point is 6.
yeah, that's why they have the big giant rail around.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Don't pass.
Okay, so let's take some odds on the 6. Now the odds on the 6 pay us for every $5 you bet, you will get 6. That's how the odds work. So as long as $10 is fine. $10 will pay 12. When you hit that
If we
six.
also don't pass, we also put down a pass.
Yes, you can. How this works, the math is a little more confusing on this one. So you need to bet 12 to win 10. It's the opposite of, see, he's betting 10 to win 12. You have to bet 12, lay 12 to win 10. So you would get some dollar chips from the dealer, and you would put 12 behind that. Yep, yeah, actually, it's got to be 12. That's only $2. So you want dollar chips. Two red and 2 blue.
Yep.
Only a couple $2.
And that would be
Oh, yeah,
$12.
sure. For
Yeah,
your
no,
odds
you
to
have
win
$5. 6, yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so there have been odds on the don't pass, and you want to take odds too, or? Oh, okay, no chips. Okay, so you'll just take even odds, which is 6 to pay 5. It's the same ratio. So as long as it's
Instead of doing 12, is going to do 6 too.
yeah.
He has no chips. Lay down some lays.
So then do I wait for a cue from the dealer to let me know that I can shoot, or?
When the
How does it
dealer,
usually work?
how that works is when the dealer presents the dice to you, you're good to go.
Okay, so
Dealers
whenever I-
really like
whenever-
to keep this game going.
grab
They don't like a
dice.
lot of dilly
No
dally.
whammies.
Okay, 4. That's no action. Now let's get another bet in here. There's a bet here called the field. It's the easiest bet in this game. It's resolved in one roll. Basically,
When can you make this bet?
anytime.
Anytime.
before the roll.
Even in the middle of
Yeah.
after they come out
Exactly.
roll?
Yeah, after the come out roll, it's good anytime.
Is this an exact number?
It's
You
an
make it
exact number.
before they come out roll.
Yeah.
But it's not generally.
Yeah, you can do it before. the
But it's
come out
not
roll.
generally a good idea because if they roll a
7 or 11. Well, 11's a winner in the field. You can bet any time. It really doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
And it's a very simple bet. If any of these numbers in the field hit, it gets paid even money. Now, 2 will pay double. Now, upstairs, this is actually really nice. The field bet on the 12 pays triple. This should say 12, not 2. So, say you're lucky enough to roll a 12, it gets paid 3 to 1. This is really good odds. So, yeah. And this the field bet kind of helps keep action going, because if you just bet like this, you're going to be waiting a long time sometimes for anything to happen.
Right.
So this gets resolved right away. So go ahead and roll again.
So what about these over here and those? And
Yeah, I'll get there. I'm sure JD
We're
will
just gonna
explain
go
those bets. Yeah, I'm just taking it one at a time here. Oops, off the table.
so because it gets off the table, I get them both back.
You'll get them both back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most
Have a hard
complicated
time
game
keeping
in
them
a
on the
casino.
table.
Break his laptop.
There we
Okay,
go.
5. 5 is no pay on the field, so we'll take that.
Oh,
And,
so it's immediate.
It's
Okay.
immediately resolved on the next roll. So
Okay.
we'll leave those out there.
So,
you're gonna roll
so
the
it's not
field.
like you can just let those like a let it ride kind of thing.
Yeah, just tell the dealer. All right, well, you have to stack it yourself, but if you want to let it ride, just go like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you take it after one roll
Yes,
instead of
you do.
okay? So it's a
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, you need to take it or let it ride after one roll.
what do you mean? What would be letting it ride? Just put more money in for
Yeah,
another bet?
yeah, you
essentially?
double up
Gotcha.
your bet. I'll show you. Just go roll the field in this one. I'll show you how that works. Perfect. 9. 9 is a pay on the field. So, oh, actually, you hit your point as well. But we'll do the field first. Okay. That gets paid 1 to 1. So you guys can take your field bet if you want, or you can just stack it. Some nice ones. There we go. So he just they just both let it ride on the field. But the most important thing
Or you
is
can
you
pull
hit your
one
point.
and then leave
That's
one
fine
up there,
too.
too.
Exactly. That's right. Whatever you want to do. Now, okay. So you hit your point. The point was 9. So the don't passes lose. Yeah, that's what you get for playing
Serves
against
you
the
right.
table. Yeah, exactly.
Bend against me.
All right, so you're going to get paid here. Now, the pass line always gets paid even money when you hit your point, so that's get paid like that. And as we said before, the 10 pays 15 because you took your odds like a smart gambler.
Absolutely.
There you
I feel like
go.
I'm taking the don't passes money. It's very satisfying.
There you go.
Yeah, generally when you go to a table, you'll see very few people bet don't pass. If they are betting don't pass, they're keeping a very low profile because
Yeah. So then
Okay,
the
so-
whole thing starts over.
it starts over. It's a new point. And since you hit your point, everyone's very happy with you. You're going to keep shooting.
All right.
Yeah, you pretty much wiped. So
Nice.
Okay, let's. We're gonna add a few more bets now. Everything in the middle here is called a. Okay, I shouldn't say everything in the middle. These are called hard ways right here. Now, how a hard way works, as you can see on the layout, there's a pair of 3s here. The hard way to roll a 6 is to roll 3 and 3 exactly, because obviously there's 1, 5, 2, 4, a lot of other ways to roll a 6. And this gets paid 10. Actually, it's 9, 2, 1, or 10, 4, 1. It's the same. So you can bet $1 on it, or whatever you want. And how this works, how this wins, is he has to roll that pair of 3s before a 7 comes up, or before any other combination of 6 comes
So
up.
this one's not a resolved immediately, like
No,
after
it's
one
not.
roll. This one stays
is-
on.
Yeah,
the
this one
field.
stays on the layout until a 7 pops up, or a 6. It'll get resolved on any 6 as well. There's a hard 4.
What about the
Yeah.
point? Does the point resolve it? If they hit the
Uh,
point?
Oh, no. That's a good question. No, no. If they hit the point, that stays unresolved because it wasn't a 7 and it wasn't the number.
Can if say the point, and can you ever pull your bets that stay like this? Can you ever pull them back?
Yes. Yeah.
Like before the roll? Okay.
You can absolutely. Just tell the dealer and they'll pull your bet or adjust it or whatever.
Oh, you can't just take somebody else's chips
I'm-
too?
No, yeah.
Like I did yours?
Yeah, all your
That was legal.
yeah, because everything in the middle is controlled by it's called the guy, the stick man, the guy that handles the stick. He's the one that controls everything in the middle. Everything out here, like the pass line, you can. Oh, actually, no.
So you have 2 dealers essentially for the
There's
game?
3. There's a stick man and 2 on each side, and also a guy called a box man that's kind of overseeing the whole game.
Wow.
Yes, because there's a lot. If you go to a craps table, there's a lot of action everywhere.
So you have make sure you have multiple
Exactly.
people controlling it.
Okay, now I should mention one thing that I failed to mention earlier about the pass line bet. once you bet the pass line, now obviously on the come out roll, the odds are actually in the player's favor because the 7 or an 11 is an instant winner. Once you get past that come out roll on the pass line, the odds are in the casino's favor, so they don't allow you to pull the pass line bet back. Once the come out roll happens, that pass line bet is locked. You cannot touch it. That's why you would bet odds to overcome that.
Your money's ours.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll try.
Or you can't bet odds until
The point is established.
Right.
Yes, that's
But
right.
you're actually in favor.
You are
prior
in favor.
to. Okay.
Yeah. The odds are in your favor to bet the pass line on the come out roll because of that 7 or 11 roll.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's see what we're doing next. Hard ways. So let's put some hard way bets out here.
That's how you learn.
Yep. Okay, so everyone's betting $1 on the hard ways. So go ahead and do a new point. Okay, 7. Unfortunately, the 7 is a loser for the hard ways, but the pass line bets win the even money. As we said,
Good at rolling dice.
as we said before, 7 is the most common combination to come up with a pair of dice, so that will happen quite a bit.
Should have gambled pessimistically when I was
Let her
rolling.
ride, okay, here we go.
That's another 7.
Another 7, okay, well the field bets should have gone away because that's not a key in the field, but got a hot shooter here rolling 7s on the come out roll. Here you go. Okay, let's get some more bets out there here. Hey, you're betting green chips, you're a high roller.
That's right.
$25 chips.
Big money. Ah,
Is that off? Okay.
The table's not big
Yeah,
enough.
it's a little slanted.
There we go.
Okay, 3 craps.
Oh well.
Pretend that didn't happen.
House might actually break even on this.
Let's roll a point here. And 6, okay, that's a good point.
6 is a point.
Okay, so the odds we just did this one. The odds are for every $5 you bet, you get paid 6. So whatever you want to put on the odds.
When can you do these?
Right now, after
After the point is established.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyone want hard ways? Here's
I'm gonna do
here's
it.
some money. Just tell me what you want, and I'll put it on there. Yeah,
I'm saying $5
for anything in the middle,
10 for
you
one.
would toss it to the dealer.
Where's
and
your
tell you
stick?
What you want. Okay, so hard. Okay. Oh, let me explain one more thing. These the hard ways are up here. Now these 5 are one roll resolve bets. They're the long shot, very high house advantage. But if you hit it, you get paid a lot of money. We have the AC Doocy here. If he rolls a 3, which has happened a lot today, he gets paid 15 for 1. The other one is the 11. We call it the yo in craps, the yo 11. Because 11 kind of
Yo.
sounds like 7 a little bit, so they call it the yo 11. 15 for 1 on that one. Same thing, 5 or 6. Now the real long shots are the snake eyes, the pair of 1s. That's 30 for 1, and also the box cars. They call it the pair of 6s. That's also 30 for 1. That gets resolved on the very next roll. So
These ride and those
exactly.
those
That's correct.
don't.
Yep.
And this one and that one.
Snake.
These are any 7. This gets paid. I believe it's actually only 4 for 1 up there. I wouldn't mess with this one, or I wouldn't mess with any of these actually. But if you're feeling lucky, bet the hard ways or any craps. Craps is 2, 3, or 11.
Right.
I'm sorry, 2, 3, or 12.
2, 3, 12.
2, 3, or 12. That gets paid 7 for 1.
And you can bet that when the point is established, or before
Anytime,
it, or
anytime,
anytime.
anytime.
So anytime it craps up, but that's a one-time bet as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Because
It's resolved
obviously eventually it'll get craps.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. So.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Actually, hey, let's split up your bet. So it's just in case he rolls any of these, you get paid more.
Nice.
Hopefully no craps given.
Okay. And 7. Okay, we're gonna about do a mulligan on that one. That never happened.
You really hate those people.
I like this deal.
Okay, 3. Oh, you hit it. Okay, so he rolled a 3. AC Doocy.
Yeah, those 3s are.
These 2 go away, and as we can see here, 15 for 1. So you're gonna on that $1 bet, you're gonna get returned 15.
Nice. And you get the 1 back.
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Okay, 9. Okay, no action. Anyone want to bet the field? Just go and toss chips out.
Because my 9 means
I
no.
want to bet this. I don't know what it means.
Oh, well, don't bet this. Big 6 and Big 8 is much better to actually buy the numbers. And after this point, we'll go over buying the numbers.
Okay. And what's this bet?
The
Is that just
combat is you're betting another pass line bet.
Don't call it a combat.
So basically, if you bet Okay,
So if I bet there.
Yeah, so you bet there and you roll an 8. This will go up here and you're betting another point on 8. It's basically, you're basically doing 2 pass lines. This is what you're doing.
Gotcha.
So
You're
if
just
you
starting
always,
it later.
If you always get, yeah, exactly. So if you always want to have action going, you can bet to come bet.
Nice. That's
But
interesting.
it does get confusing because you got a lot of stuff going. But,
Yeah.
So,
That's I'm assuming that's not very common.
the craps hard enthusiast.
It's very
hard
common.
guys, they'll do it. They'll do it. Yeah. What was your question?
So any of these numbers, if you place a chip here,
You got it. Any of those numbers are a winner. Yep. Oh, $25 on
$25.
the field. Good luck.
All right.
Let's see a field here.
$200.
Yeah. 4. That's a pay.
Yeah.
Right there. $25 on the field. There you go.
Hey.
And I'm gonna get there.
Tips for the shooter. Tips for the shooter. And for the dealer.
Nice.
That's a lot of tips considering there's 2 dealers and a stick man.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to explain how the tips work for the
For craps,
as
there's
well.
there's a lot of ways you can just toss them a chip at the end of the point if you had a really hot roll. You can also bet for the dealer. Say you wanted to bet for the dealer on the odds, which is great because there's no house advantage on the odds, right? You would just kind of offset the chip here and tell them, make sure they know it's for them.
Tip the stick man,
Yeah.
Okay.
or he'll stick you.
Another really common one is called it's called a two-way yo. The dealers will know what you're talking about.
Yo.
Now the yo, as we said before, is the yo 11. So basically how that works is you toss the dealer $2, you're betting $1 for yourself and $1 for the dealer, and if you hit that 11, it gets paid 15 to 1. So
And you both get 15 to 1.
absolutely.
Sick.
Yeah.
I like it.
how does the tipping work between 4 dealers, basically?
They'll all pool it.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
Usually
Yeah,
the
so
casino games, usually the table games are all pooled, aren't they?
They are, yeah. At the big casinos like this, how it works is they take all the tip boxes per shift, and then they'll pool it all together by the dealers that work on that shift. So. We have an 8. Okay, no pay on the field, unfortunately. Now, also the 8 hard way goes away because that wasn't the pair of 4s that we needed, so that will go away. Okay, we've still got a hard way 10 and a hard way 6 out there. Oh, hard way 6, we got it!
That was my bet too.
Okay, we got the hard way, pair of 3s, so that's awesome. Now that you hit your point too, but we're going to play this hard way first because that's hard to hit. 10 to 1 on 5 is 50, so I'll just give you 2 green chips because those are 50. There you go. Who got this?
That was me.
Oh yeah, that was you. There you go. There you go. Okay,
So
now
good at this.
the 6 was the point, as we see, so we're going to pay even money there. And what did we say for the odds? It was 6 for every 5, so you get paid another 6 on your odds.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
sorry.
it.
For
Chip
you,
dealer.
dealer.
Toke down.
Yeah, if you
Hey, buy
were to
yourself
get a
something
hardware
nice.
like that and you decide, okay,
Red
this
Bird.
is-
Oh, can someone hand me some red chips from this? I was wondering where all my red chips went.
whoops.
There goes the
Thank you.
If you put in $10 and you got a hard way and that's like, oh, that's my return for the night, and you just want to leave, do you say, I'm ready to go, chip up?
That's
or-
fine. Yeah. Yes, when
Is
you're
there-
ready to
is there
go.
some-
I would
Is there
wait
some
until your
etiquette
pass
to
line
that?
bet completes though.
Oh,
I would wait
generally-
until your pass line.
Anything that's not
Yeah,
a
let me,
table flip.
Because if you want to leave and you still get your pass line out there, it's kind of locked in there.
Good luck flipping those tables.
Okay, generally the etiquette in craps is you don't want to ask to color up until the point is over. Because, there's always going to be action, and dealers really don't like it when someone pushes a bunch of chips and their dice are in the air, that's just really confusing.
Yeah.
So, just as a general etiquette to the other players and to the dealers, don't
Yeah, wait till the
color up.
game's
Yeah, wait
pretty much
till
over.
wait till the shooter 7's out, But you don't have to bet, you don't have to be betting, you can just pull your chips back and just wait there. You don't have to keep betting.
Now, so I get that back, but I could, if I wanted to, throw another
Absolutely,
one on
yeah,
there and
yeah.
keep going.
Actually, how you do that, if you want to do that without
Smells like
back and forth,
alpha
just
Right.
tell the dealer I want my original bet back and just keep it out there. Something like that, they'll understand.
Right.
They'll toss you the 50 and keep the 5 out. Keep it running.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I'll take my win.
Okay,
My original.
one more bet here. I don't want to go too much in depth.
Keep the change, you filthy
Okay,
animals.
now another really good bet is to buy the numbers in craps. Now, this is where this section is for. It's actually going to be much bigger than this. This is a very small layout. The best, these are called place bets on the numbers. They get resolved during the point as it's being rolled, as you're trying to hit the point. The best ones to do are 6 and 8. If you think about it, the odds of rolling a 6 are pretty good. There's a lot of different ways to do it. 1-5, 5-1, 4-2. There's 6 different ways to roll a 6. And there's also 6 different ways to roll an 8. So how you would do that is you would bet an increment of $6. Give it to the dealer and tell him you want to place the 6. They would put it here like this. Every time he rolls a 6, before that 7 comes up, you get paid $7 back for every 6 you bet.
Wow.
So if the shooter's rolling a lot of numbers, so you're rolling 6s and 8s all the time, you know, if you have bets going like that, you're going to be making a lot of money in a hurry.
So, and those just stay out there
Those
the whole time. So they're like the hard ways, they just stay out there.
Exactly. These place bets will stay out there until he 7s out. So
Wow.
he can roll 4, 10, 2,
So
doesn't
that's a
matter.
way to really rack up some
Exactly.
money.
How do
Yeah.
you lose that money?
On a 7. Okay. Yeah.
Just whenever they grab out.
That dreaded 7.
So this is actually a really good thing to bet.
Yes, it is. Yeah. The house. I'll actually tell you
What's the
exactly.
house edge on that?
The house edge on the 6 and 8 is. It's very low. It's only 1.5%. That's
Yeah.
really low. Now, as you go to the other numbers, it increases a little bit because of the payouts. If you bet the 5 or the 9, which are the same odds to come up, the 5 and 9 pay back $7 for every 5 you bet. So say you had $5 there, you get paid 7 if you roll a 5. The 4 and the 10 roll, they pay I think it's 9 to 5. Yeah, 9 to 5. So say you wanted to buy the 4.
So the percentages are best on 6 and 8.
Exactly. Yeah. The house edge on the 4 and the 10 is actually like 6 or 8%. It's pretty high. So I would just stick to the 6 and 8. But again, if the shooter's really hot and rolling a ton of numbers,
Ton of 5s or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, you know. The good thing about betting the numbers is you're going to have action on every roll, no matter what the dealer rolls. 4 through the point, whatever. Something's going to happen.
You explained the don't pass. Okay, wait. What's the don't come bar? Why does it say?
Oh, it's the opposite of basically the don't pass. It's the exact same.
Okay, it's the don't pass. As you says don't
Yeah, this
come
is
bar.
this is an additional pass. Oh, the bar is bar 12. It's the same thing. It means basically all that means is if you roll a 12 and you're betting the don't come, it's a push. That's all it means.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not really a bar. But anyway, this is the additional pass line. This is the additional don't pass. If you want to play more points. Okay, does anyone have any questions about any of that? We can play a little more if you want. Get used to it.
Question beside I'm totally lost.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you want any clarification.
What were you saying about the big 6 and big 8?
Oh, that's the same as placing the numbers, except no one pays even money, so don't do it.
Why would you ever do that?
Why? Because people are dumb and they don't know about placing the numbers. So that's why.
They literally put that there just to see who would bet it.
Exactly. Exactly. It is the exact same thing as placing the 6.
One born every day.
Yeah. So basically, you can either get even money here, or you can get $7 for every 6. Which one would you like?
Why do they even? I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. And dealers will generally tell you that unless you're really being an asshole. Then they don't care.
yeah. Then they're like, ah, sucker.
Exactly. Okay, let's play another point here. Get some bets out. Okay, I want a lot of people to bet. If you want to even think about playing craps, I want to see some bets out here.
Yeah.
Red is $1.
Oh, sorry, no, blue is $1, red is $5.
So you can bet these before the.
Not before the point. Once
I was about to
the
say,
point is
yeah.
established. The dealer's going to have a button that says off, and that means everything here doesn't work. It's all
Okay,
off.
so I can even bet.
Yeah, hard ways. Yeah, hard ways bet now. Sure.
You can set anything on the pass.
Anything you want. Well, I mean, it's got to be the table minimum. Table
Yeah,
minimum
so the
is
ones that you
usually-
can bet don't pass. All of these, even these, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Even those.
Yeah, if you want to.
Because those are just one times.
One-time rolls. Yep, exactly.
So even though the point's not established, the hard way is still in effect.
Yes, it is.
Because you can crap out and then.
Exactly.
Okay. But you can't do this one.
No, you can do that one. Yeah,
can do that one too?
The field is anytime. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, got a lot of bets out there. Okay, good luck.
And you'd pass me the dice, and then I'd go.
Yep. And we have an 8. The point is 8.
Well, that makes it interesting because if you wouldn't be able to bet that, right?
No, actually. Well, you're not supposed to because the point.
Because that's the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And you
do
can't
it
just
anyway.
keep going with it.
Right.
I just put that down now.
Oh, yeah. So how this would work is the dealer would ask to move it to like the 6 because the 6 is the same. So you want to move your 8 to the 6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So does everyone take their odds on the 8 if you have the chips for it? Okay. Oh, actually, you want to bet. Those are $1 chips.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
got.
okay. Oh, that's all I got. There it goes.
Going through a lot of money in a hurry.
Yeah, we got odd bets out there. We got a this was put out before the first roll. I think.
Yeah, well, we barely missed having
Now,
The hard way 8 goes away.
this seems like it would be a better bet when you have something else that you're shooting for that's not so easy to hit, right?
Not really. It's the same.
Because if you hit the 8, oh wait, because this stays out even on
stays
the
out.
next point?
Yes.
For the next point or whatever?
Yeah.
So like if I hit my point and then
stays
we
out
go,
there,
it stays out there
But you can take
until
it back.
you crap out?
Exactly. Until you get a 7. Yeah.
So that'd be the only time you'd ever have a bet out there that was before the point.
That's like the first time I'd ever
Gotcha.
seen snow.
Is a bet that was okay.
I've never been. I lived by the beach.
Okay, we got a 10. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not the hard way 10, so the hard way 10 goes away. And no bets on the field.
Wait, the hard way 10 goes away?
Yeah,
Oh,
because that was the
okay.
4-6. The hard way is the 5-5.
Okay, so they stay out there. Okay, I thought it meant just if you hit it.
Yeah, it has to be. It's before.
So if you hit the number, but it's not a hard way, then it goes away. That was one thing I didn't think it was playing.
That's right.
I was following around, but I think he just.
Okay, 5. Okay, no pay on the field. Okay, we have an 8. Okay, all right, we have a front line winner. Front line is the pass line. So, okay, so let's resolve these. No, there was nothing on the hard way 8, so that's fine. Okay, now the odds on the 8, you get 6 for every 5, so 20 pays 24. Very nice.
Even if you bet on the
That's 24. So you guys know how it works. This would be even, this would be 24. I have no chips, but anyway, that's craps. Okay, any more questions?
So at this point, all of those bets, these bets stay.
Those bets stay.
This and that bet
Those
stays.
would stay, yeah, because those weren't.
Unless you wanted to pull it back.
Yeah, because you didn't roll a 7. That's the thing. So
You can always pull these bets back? Is
Yes,
that
you can.
True? Okay.
Yep, and these would actually be not working. These would be off because of the come out roll. Because these are not good unless a point is established.
Okay, so unless you have
They're
a
not
point,
working
you can. If like I rolled a 6 or whatever,
wouldn't matter, yeah.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, the point would be established as a 6, but you wouldn't get paid on it.
Right, exactly. And then the dealer would probably ask you to move the 6 to a different number.
Gotcha.
Because the 6 is the
Gotcha.
point.
That
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Thanks for.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. There's a couple other games that Grand Sierra offers. There's Baccarat, Pai Gow, Let It Ride. I can, if anyone's curious about how those work, I can go over the rules real quick.
A lot of people ask for Baccarat.
Baccarat. Okay, yeah, let's go over here and do Baccarat. Baccarat, it's basically you're betting on a glorified coin flip. Is what you're doing. There's 2 options. There's a banker and a player. And how that works is the dealer's going to deal 4 cards, and whatever side is closer to 9 wins. So yeah, so basically, and there's some strange rules about hitting for the banker, but basically, if you're on the player side, if you have 5 or less, you're always going to take a 3rd card. If you have 6 or more, you're always going to stay. The banker, if it's 2 or less, you're always going to take a 3rd card. And there's different rules depending on what the player's 3rd card is, then the banker will take another card. But basically, it's whatever side is closer to 9. If either side gets an 8 or a 9 right off the bat, it's called a natural, and that side wins automatically. There's no 3rd card. So the best way to play this game is to actually just deal some hands of it. So for this, we're going to say the bottom of the circle is going to be player, and the top is going to be banker. So everyone plays some bets. So he's betting. Okay, he's betting banker. Player. Okay, so we got everyone player, and he's betting banker. So we're going to deal a hand here. Oh, okay. The face cards are 0. You can't go over 9. So basically, just imagine a face card is 0 instead of 10. And say you had like a 6 and a 7, that wouldn't be 13, that would be 3. So think of it that way. Okay, so we have 2 for the player and 3 for the banker. So the player's going to draw a 3rd card. Oh, this is interesting. Now the player has 0 because they have, 12 plus 8 is, or 2 plus 8 is 10, which goes down to 0. Now a very strange rule in this game: if the banker has a 3 and the player draws only an 8, the 3 actually does not take a 3rd card. It's called the 38 special. That's what dealers call it. So everyone that banker would win, and everyone that's player would lose. And it's all even money here. There's no odds. It's just
Why was
1 to
that
1.
hand a 3, 9 and 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a. You can't go over 9. Yeah, exactly.
Can't go over 9.
Just drop out the 1. Yep.
Yeah.
So what is that rule? The 38 special.
Yeah, this is a very interesting scenario to come up. Yeah, if the banker has 3 only, and the player draws exactly an 8
on the 3rd card.
On the 3rd card, the 3 doesn't hit. If this was anything but an 8, the banker would draw a 3rd
just
card.
immediately
It's one of those really weird boxing rules.
Basically, you guys suck
Yeah.
at these games, and I just keep winning.
Okay, let's play some more bets out here.
No.
Okay, let's do one more bet. There's a tie bet. Yeah. The tie bet will actually look exactly like this. There's going to be a line that says tie here. If you bet, you can bet whatever you want on the tie. It gets paid 8 to 1. So
Is 38
I'll bet on
special
the tie.
only imbalance rule like that, or?
Okay. And obviously a tie is if the both sides have exactly the same number. Oh, okay. Well, the player has a natural 9, so the player wins automatically. No more cards will be drawn. The tie goes away, the banker bet goes away, and everyone else gets paid on the player.
Running hot today. Running hot today. Look at this. Look at this. You steal my money to pay me.
Like you got all the chips.
I'm just too good at this.
Okay, I got a bet on the tie.
Now here's an interesting thing. You never do that, obviously, but yeah.
A game after
Oh, it's either player or banker.
Now isn't there for Baccarat? Isn't there? Where's that another?
There is a side bet.
Well, like if you bet banker, isn't there like a percentage that goes to the? Is that another game that I'm thinking of?
Yes, there was. I was going to go into that because if you bet on the banker, this is really important. The house will take a 5% commission, depending on the table. If there's a certain side bet, sometimes they don't do it, but I don't think the Garcia has it. I didn't see him last night. So you have to, the commission. You have to remember that for every $5 you bet, the house will take away a quarter. So a $10 bet, I'll pay $9.50. Because if you do the odds on this game, the odds of banker hitting is higher than the player, so that evens out the odds. Okay, so the player has 5, so the player is going to hit because every time the player has 5 or less. Ooh, the player got reduced to 1. So now the banker's going to hit because they have 0. So yeah, so as long as you don't get a monkey, you call it a monkey. That's a monkey. So the player wins 1-0. That's the first bet you lost all day.
I'm telling you.
You better get
I meant to put it down here.
You better get upstairs before your luck turns.
It's alright, this just means I'll use do they have like gambler's fallacy to
They do, yeah, they have non-max shuffler. And the allure of Baccarat is there's a board that shows all of the previous hands, and you'll have people staring at that board trying to predict what hand's going to come up. That's really the allure of these games, is being able to tell what card's going to come next.
Yeah, same thing. Like a banker wins 6 times in a row.
Exactly. A banker, they look for
Yeah,
runs.
so you should explain gambler's fallacy to everyone.
Right.
Can you play one of these and tie?
Yes, you can. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. We haven't had a tie yet. Let's see a tie. 5-0. Okay, so the same thing as last time.
Tie. I didn't bet on tie.
The player's going to hit another card. The player has 7. The banker's going to hit 0.
0.
Okay, player's hot now.
Another one.
Yeah.
I'm showing you gambler's fallacy in full effect.
Oh, he's going all in on banker. Good luck.
Once the bets are down, you don't make any more decisions.
That's it. Once the bet's down,
Because paying me with my money, so you know.
Okay, ooh, we got a $5 bet on tie. Good luck. Here we go. Okay, player has 3, banker has 7. So no matter what, the banker's going to stay on that 7. So the player's going to hit.
0.
Still has 3, so you win. all in to win.
Minus,
5%. Okay, so your bet is 55. The commission on 55 is 275, so you get paid whatever that is minus 275. Okay, that's Baccarat. Pretty simple game.
Very easy.
Any more games? There's Let It Ride up there. There's
Pai Gow.
Pai Gow. Let's do Pai Gow.
That's.
Okay, now Pai Gow involves it's a poker-based game, so hopefully you guys know your poker hands.
Yes.
But
Yeah, it's huge. There's probably
6, 7. Okay, there's going to be 2 things here. There's going to be a high hand and a low hand. Every player is going to get 7 cards. And on Pai Gow, you have to make a 5-card high hand and a 2-card low hand. 7 cards. And I'll explain the rules in a second. Okay, so let's just put some bets out here. Let's say that you're betting on the hand $10. Pretty standard. Okay, so the only rule of Pai Gow is that your high hand has to be higher in rank than your low hand. And the dealer's also going to get 7 cards. And both of them have to win. Both the high hand and the low hand have to win in order for you to win your main bet.
You could do it in reverse. I'm not supposed to do it.
Yeah, the two card hand. Well, it doesn't matter as long as they're separate. It's going to be H and L, so you'll see which one. Which one are having now? Yeah. Okay, so I'll help everyone out because this is the first time. Let's see what y'all got. Wow. Gusty has a monster straight there. Crazy. Okay, let's start with this one. This is an easy hand to set. Okay, anytime you have a when you have one pair in Pai Gow, it's very simple. You keep the pair in the high hand, and then you put the next two highest cards in the 2-card low hand. So he's got a pair of twos, and then what's your next two highest cards besides the deuces? Exactly, the queen and the jack. So the queen and the jack would go in the low hand, which would be, I think it's like this, and then the pair of twos and everything else would go in the high hand. Okay, so now this one is kind of complicated. Now Gusty has a pair of fives, but he also has a straight, which is a very strong hand. And you actually have multiple straights. You have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, and you also have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what you want to do is, since you have two straights, you want to play the highest low hand possible. Now it's really not going to matter because they're both very, very poor low hands, but what would be the highest low hand out of your two straights? Yeah, exactly. The 5-7 is slightly higher, so we go like that. The straight is behind.
No, you can. I mean, you can do it whatever way you want, but that's the way.
That's the way. That's the house way. Yes, exactly. You always want to play the way
what I did with mine. Whatever what I did with mine was this.
Okay, he's got a pair of kings, and that's perfect. This is a very strong hand in Pai Gow. This is 2 pair. Now 2 pair is the only hand in Pai Gow where there's kind of a lot of different scenarios as to where you can play them or how you can play them. But in this one's pretty simple. He's got 2 monster pairs, queens and kings. You want to put the biggest pair behind and the lower of the 2 pairs up there. Okay, so in this hand he has kings and sixes with an ace queen. Now at my casino, if I was to set this hand, I would actually play it this way. I would put the ace queen in the low hand and the 2 pair in the back, because sixes are considered a low pair, kings are a high pair, and the house way, I'm not sure what the house way is here, but if you have this hand...
yeah, the dealer always sets it according to whatever the house...
That's right. Every casino has their own house way.
You never choose, like as a dealer, you never choose...
You would never choose. It's set, everything is programmed for the 2 pair rule, depending on what the pairs are. Here, it's most likely they would actually play it like this. But it depends on the casino. So either way, this one's really a player's choice. If you wanted to protect your hand, like say, make sure you probably weren't going to lose, I would play it this way, because the 2 pair behind is very strong. It's going to take 3 of a kind or better to beat this as a high hand. Ace queen is also pretty strong too. Yeah. But there's no fault in playing it this way too. The only way you'd get beat is if the dealer had a pair of aces or better, which just doesn't happen very often. So you can play that however you want. Let's just set it.
What do you recommend with the ace queen?
The house way would be ace queen, but it's your call. So we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to resolve my hand. Oh my goodness, this...
Ace
yeah,
queen, that's a wreck.
This sucks. Yeah, this is a train wreck.
That's destroyed me.
Right. Now here's the thing, if you had... Actually, no.
No, I would have lost either way.
No, you push this way.
Oh wait, that way.
That's why. We'll get there. Okay, so to win the hand, you have to win both, and to lose, you have to lose both. So the pair of aces for the dealer beats the pair of twos, and the pair of queens beats the queen jack, so that's a loss. Now Gusty got a lucky push here because he has the 5-7 is very weak. That was going to lose no matter what. But I have only a pair of aces. Gusty has the straight 2 through 6, so that's a push. Didn't lose anything.
I like this game too. This is cool because it's like poker, but
yeah, exactly. And now this was very lucky. Actually, very smart.
Like Chinese poker.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's the origin of this game is actually Chinese poker with dominoes.
But against the house,
yeah. The pair of queens beats the ace queen, and the pair of aces loses to the 2 pair, so that's actually a push. He played it right. And that's Pai Gow. There's a side bet that's very popular. I recommend you put at least $1 on it. It gets paid if you have a straight or better. If you have a big hand like a royal flush or something, it's paid 150 to 1. Now there's a joker in the deck. I forgot to mention this. I can't believe I did that, but I don't have a joker. So. Actually, yes, I do. I lied.
There's one joker in the deck.
You have a joker? Where's Axel?
Now is this played with a standard 52 card?
It is played with a 1 standard 52 card deck and the 1 joker. Now the joker, how that works, the joker is played as an ace, or it's used to complete a straight or a flush. Now let's do some practice hands with the joker.
And as long as that joker in the deck is still silver.
Okay, we'll go like that. Okay, this one's pretty simple. Go ahead and set that hand. Remembering that the joker completes a straight or a
There's
flush.
only one in the
There's only one. There's only one. And hopefully it's not in the dealer's hand. There you go.
Do a flush.
There you go. Perfect. Very nice. That's right. Okay, so Gusty has a flush with the Joker using making it would be the ace of spades in this hand, and a king deuce, and that's how you play that hand.
Now you said that you get bonuses on the side bet.
That's right. Yes, the Joker.
Does that count as the same bonus?
Yes, the side bet. This would get paid as a flush. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, say you had like this. This hand right here. This would be a straight. Because we have, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but we have 8, 9, 10. This Joker would be a jack. So we have 8 through queen and 3 deuce. Oh no, this is very interesting. This is actually not the right way to play this hand. Because you also have a flush. You have 4 spades with the Joker. And the 10 deuce is obviously a lot higher than 3 deuce. So you would play it this way.
A lot of the house edge can be just player mistake as well.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, generally people that play Pai Gow kind of have an idea of how to set their hand, so there's not that many mistakes. And if you have a question, ask the dealer. We'll tell you exactly how he would set the hand. And yeah, they can, sure. Yeah. Say you have multiple bonuses, you get paid on the highest one. So in this hand, obviously, we saw we have a straight and a flush. You get paid on the flush no matter how you set your hand. You get paid on the highest bonus you have.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool. So you could set it as not using it at all, but as long as you have it as a potential.
That's exactly
So if you have a royal flush potential, but you don't play it as a royal flush, you play it as something else because for whatever reason you had some other hand that made it really strong.
Yeah,
you still get paid for the royal flush.
Yeah, yes you do. Yep. As long as you have it in your hand, doesn't matter how you play your hand, you will still get it.
Nice. You just have to point it out sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the dealer doesn't see it too. Yeah.